Hey everybody, it's FunshineX. Did you miss me? I'm back for a little bit. I'm going to be playing Dyson Sphere Program. It's all the rage right now. I've been loving this game, playing so much of it. It's on Steam. It's early access right now, but it is fairly complete. I don't know how long it's going to be till it goes full version, but it's fully featured, as far as playthroughs, and there's not a lot of bugs that I've found. So I would recommend getting it. It's very similar to the games like Factorio, Satisfactory. You're building supply lines, supply chains, different things. But this one you've got planets, and you're going between planets and sending materials back and forth and stuff. So it's really cool. Hope you guys enjoy the series. Let's get started. We're creating a new game here. It gives you a random seed and a cluster of planets. We always start on this G-type star. I don't know if that's a scientific thing, but you can see there's all these A and B and O's and neutrons and black holes and everything. You want to make sure there's a black hole. Don't start a universe without a black hole. There's some fun stuff you can do with that black hole. But yeah, end game goal, I guess, of this is to create a Dyson sphere, which is a big structure surrounding a star to suck all of its energy and power your planet. Or your race, I guess, of mechs, or I don't know, for robots. You'll see. So yeah, this seems like a good setup of planets. They're all fairly close. I'll leave the default number of stars. Maybe you want to turn that down if you have a weaker system. But this actually plays on my computer, which is not the greatest, fairly well, and I can record at the same time. So I'm pretty happy with that. Resource multiplier, you can go to hard mode, which is half the resources. It just means they run out faster. It's not like the distribution. It just means when you do find a node of ore, it's going to have less in it. So you're going to have to move to planet, maybe more often, that kind of thing. Defaults at 1x. You can put it all the way up to infinite if you want to never have to worry about running out of materials. So when you build a structure, it's always going to work forever. Let's just leave it at the default of 1. And let's hit start game. There's an interesting little cutscene. The guy talks to you, and he tells you you're going to colonize this planet or whatever, and suck out all of its energy and resources. He's kind of annoying, and you can't really disable him. I'm just going to skip him. It's kind of your first experience with the game. You might as well go look at. Let's look at our initial planet here. We have iron right at the landing site. There's another source of iron right there. 2 sources of copper. All right, this is pretty dang good for a start. You might want to keep restarting until you get something like this. Look at this. Stone and stone. The only thing I'm not seeing is coal. But we can go to the planet view here. And there's some coal, there's some coal. So yeah, we have a really good distribution of material right by our front base. There is a lot more water than I would like, but you can't really get around with that. But this is our planet. You're always going to start on a planet similar to this. It's randomly generated though, so you might not have as much. Dude, shut up! I told you no tutorials. But he does it anyway. But then you can also go to the star map, and we can see that we're on a moon called Iola Piscium? Lola? Let's call it Lola. Or maybe it's Iota. Okay, it's probably Iota. Okay. Iota Piscium, which I think means fish? No, I have no idea. Iota Piscium 3. We're orbiting Iota Piscium 2, which is a gas giant with horizontal rotation. That is actually kind of interesting. Look, our planet is going a vertical rotation. This one has a pole on the east and the west. That is cool. So yeah, this planet, like, if you were creating a new game, why would you even think to do that? You'd just be like, no, all the planets orbit like this. No, we've got some crazy gas planet that's orbiting, that rotates weird. And we're all orbiting around Iota Piscium, which is our star. And then we've got one other planet in our system. Nope, we've got 2 others. So Piscium 4 and Piscium 1. And then further from that, we've got all these stars, which we can actually get to. But they're light years away. We need to upgrade our system. All right, let's get to it. Let's get started. We wasted enough time here. So escape out of this. Escape out of this. We'll zoom back to our mech. First thing we do, let's go ahead and break down this landing pod that we had. That'll give us some initial energy for our mech. And some other stuff. So that'll be a good thing. Kind of looking around how we're going to start our first layout here. There's not a lot of land. This is, I guess, a good land for our base. Yeah, let's do that. He's going to tell us we're getting some items. We can hit E to look at our items. We can hit C to look at our fuel pod of our mecha panel. So it does say mecha, so I think we're a guy inside the mech. I think we're a guy, an alien, like, inside the mech. Yeah. So let's put some fuel in there. We can also burn this wood and this stuff. But yeah, we're good. So let's look. If we hit F, it tells us the things that we can build right off the bat. I know, dude. I wish you could turn off, like, where's go away? Right click, go away. I gotta do what he says or he'll get mad. Alright, so he's gonna say go to the technology tree. Here we go. Here's Dyson Sphere Program is where you start. This is the main quest line. It's very hard to see, but you can see that the main quest takes you all the way to here, which is mission completed with this universe matrix. Yeah. We can do an artificial star. Here's the Dyson Sphere. Yeah, so really cool stuff. That's the main quest line along that line. But there's tons. The tech tree is very big. And there's also upgrades, which are a lot more stuff too. So we'll be getting to that. Let's start with this first one called electromagnetism. That's going to give us our miner, our collector basically, and some power, which is what we need to start off with automating. And it's going to want us to make 10 of these magnetic coils. Well, let's... come over here and let's start getting some copper here. So I'm going to right click on one of those copper nodes. Let's see, it's going to start collecting. And if we look with F, we can see what we need to make, use to make those. That's going to take these iron rings and copper bars to make those. Iron ring is going to take iron ore, copper bar is going to take copper ore. Pretty easy. So let's get like half a stack of this, or maybe just 25 is probably fine. And then while we're coming over here, we can actually go F and actually start crafting this. So let's do 5 at a time. You can see that it creates a little window. You're going to burn through your power more if you use your mech to craft stuff. So we do need to think about getting some power, and finding that coal is a good place to do that. So as soon as I get enough iron here, I'll walk over to the coal and be crafting as I walk. It's really cool. We'll get another 25 iron, I think. Be a decent amount. Alright. Oh, we got 24. So again, we don't want to craft iron bars because this thing takes these magnets. Let's make 10 of those, and then we can make the rest into iron bars. Always be crafting something, right? Okay, while that's going, we can feed ourselves some of that plant material. Let's move the plant material over. It'll use whatever's to the right first, so I want to just eat up these plants real quick. Actually, we're still burning one of these fusion reactors that we started with. Once that's gone, it'll eat those plants really quick. And we can start shoving coal in there. And are we still crafting stuff? No, we've got this. We can see we need to make 10. And it makes 2 each craft, so making 5 crafts will give us the 10 that we need. And it's going to see them in our inventory, and it's going to slowly start eating them. If we turn this off, it won't. Like if you're like, don't steal my coils, I need to use them, then it won't. But right now we're turning them in. And again, we should probably be crafting this stuff up. All right, so research complete. We got access to the wind turbine, the Tesla tower, and the mining machine. All right. Now the cool thing about this is if you take something and you want to make it, you just hit produce it, and it will make all the stuff required as long as you have the stuff, the materials for it. And it looks like we can make 2 more total. I'm going to go ahead and make all 3 of those. And now it says like, oh, you're out of everything. Looks like mainly iron. We probably have enough coal here to get us started for a little bit, so let's go ahead and head back over here to the iron and the copper. I can throw that wood in there too. We don't really need wood for anything. Okay, so we want... Let's close this off real quick and kind of look at our area. We've got the copper, the iron, and the iron. Like a nice area to build, and I think that is going to be right here. We've got the coal there, the iron, and the copper here. So let's go ahead and mine these. So we're going to build this one, and If you're a noob, you're just gonna like rotate it and put it like right here. But shift and spin it, well, you can make it till it touches more of these. So I want to get that number as high as we can if possible. Oh, come on, come on. Give me that 152K. No. If we put it over here. 144K. That's pretty good. I like that. We'll put another one on there in a bit, but right now we just need one of each. So hockey F1 brings up another one. I know it's not powered, dude. Let's see. 153K. 229K. I saw it 190K. Oh, come on. Gimme. That'll do. Just means it's more efficient and stuff. All right, now we need to hook those up to power. So let's look at our power, and it gave us one of each of these when we researched it, just to get us started. So let's go ahead and put our wind turbine here, and then we need one of these Tesla towers to actually pass the power into machines. So we could put it maybe right here. We need to craft a few more. And we're out of iron, so let's go manually get some iron. There we go. Produce one of those. Get a few of these. Okay, and now we should be able to pass power between these two. And then also over to our copper. And we can even put it like right there. Cool. Alright, now we're getting automated copper and iron. It says there's not quite enough power to run this thing at full capacity. That's fine. We can just shift click this out of here. You have to be within a certain range. Sweet. There's our copper and our iron. How's our coal doing? It's going to last for a little while. Need to make sure we head over there. But let's get a few more of these while we're going. Cool. Can I craft any more of these? I'd like to get a few more of these, but it looks like we're out of iron. But we can just grab it from here, right? There we go. So I probably want like, let's just get all of them. You could move fast, just like efficient and fast. I like to go to overdo it. Like if I'm gonna get iron, I'm gonna get 1 billion iron, right? Not just like enough iron to make the next thing. Like just get 1 billion, and you're never worrying about it. You don't have to worry about waiting for so long for to finally go. So this is slowly crafting all this stuff for us. It's not the quickest, but it does automate it. The other components we can make, this comes out of stone. These circuit boards here use iron and copper. This uses just iron, and this uses the magnets and copper. We've seen that before. While this is going, we also look at our tech tree. Basic logistics system gives us our kind of conveyors and storage options, so we probably should go over that pretty quick. Automatic metallurgy is our like our furnaces. It's called a smelter. Electromagnetic matrix is very similar to Factorio. It's the science that you use to unlock everything else. And then we've got assembler, which is kind of like the it's an assembler. It makes stuff out of materials, makes your buildings and their thing. Fluid storage, so we can pump up water and store it. We're not going to get out of this other stuff until we get the science research. Upgrades, this is another one we should probably get really quick because it allows us to see all the ore on our planet so we can better plan stuff out, but that takes 10 science. I think all this stuff takes, oh no, this one doesn't. Having more max core energy sounds like a great idea, so let's do that. And nothing else is available. This one needs red science, so that's ways off. Cool. All right. Yeah, so we need some bars. Is it making these? Give me 10 of those and 10 of those. Cool. Let's see if we can get another one of these guys going. 168K. I'd like to hit all of the nodes. Like this one's higher, but I don't hit this right one here. I think that's probably better for us. Are you getting powered? No, of course not. Let's move X to move things, and you don't, it's lossless, right? You don't lose anything for tearing stuff down. Let's put another one on this copper node here to get all the rest of these nodes. Let's see what we can hit here. 99. That's our best that I think we can hit with that one. And again, we'll move this where it's more central. There we go. Okay. Why did it not? I thought I crafted that stuff. Why didn't you use it? It did something else with it. I have no idea what I did with it because I swore I crafted 10 of each. Oh, maybe it needed 20. Okay, yeah. So that gives us a bigger fuel chamber. Right now we're at 100. We'll hit 130 here in a second. Let's go back over and get some more coal. Is that our stone or our coal? Why can't I click on you? Looks like our coal. Alright, yep, so now our max is 140. Sweet. You use power when you're crafting and when you're running, when you're flying, so having a bigger storage is pretty nice. Alright, let's... Ooh, I thought 334. I don't think we're going to beat that. 342. Cool. That is so much that I don't think we need to put a second one on there. So let's just, we need to get power over here. Probably what I'll do is just drop one of these, like, right here. Cool. We need to make some more of these. And then I'll get our coal for us, which we can just, oops, shift out of here into our inventory and then right into our mech. Let's stick around to get like another stack or so. While I can do that, I can tell it to craft up the rest of my iron and copper that I just have sitting in my inventory. I hate having inventory. Too much stuff in my inventory, right? Alright, so this will only hold 50 on its own. We'll need to get some way to move it out and store it. We'll get there. Don't worry, don't worry. You guys are like, come on, build some automated stuff. Not right yet. We need to get some stone. I want to just make sure I have all the basic resources covered. Oh, there's our stone up there. I thought let's look real quick. Yeah, there's stone here, but I think this is more central to where we're going to be building on this island here. So let's go over here. If you move across the water, he like jumps up in the air. That's going to use your power a lot faster, so try not to do that. Look, we've even got oil here. Cool. Can't do anything with it. Let's get another miner here. I could probably slip right in here. 229. I saw 240. 270, but I couldn't place it. Let's try and spin her again. Man, this one's not laid out the greatest, just the way that it's like sitting. I thought right here would be pretty nice, but about way up here. Oh, there was a 220. All right, 220. Do we have one more of these? Yeah, let's get one more. We'll put it here. Won't be as efficient, but there we go. All right, we need power up here too. Let's just make another power pole or two. These you can't put like really close to each other, but they're fine. Okay, so that we've got all our 4 basic resources covered. Coal, iron, copper, and stone. We can make everything in the starting technology tree with those 4. Let's go ahead and grab some more of this as we're walking by. Throw it in our mech. Okay, let's start automating. If we go back to our technology tree, we got our upgrade. Oh, now we can get all this other stuff. This probably all takes stuff that we can't build yet. Yeah, so let's not worry about any of this. Back technologies, I would like to get the logistics system. Yep. And I would like to get smelting, and I would like to get assembling in that order. Sounds good. Actually, probably would, yeah, it's fine. So we need to make 10 of these. Let's just shift it up to 5 here, 5, 10. And we need to make 10 of these. And that makes 2 each, so there's 10 there. And that should start ticking down, giving us our, what's it called? I don't know. Yeah, our conveyors. There we go. Logistics system. Not the fastest. There's ways to speed up this research, so we're going to be putting thousands of things in eventually. And so we've got to speed it up a lot. Okay, so that should be done. Thank you. And now we need to make 10 of these. We're out of that, so we need to grab some iron here. Let's see. That makes 2, so there's 10 of that, and again 10 of that. It started out with 20 conveyors and 5 sorters, so that's great. Just use up the rest of iron while we're waiting, because we're going to be doing nothing while this research completes. Okay. We do have another power pole. Let's just throw this one on the coast here. When they're idle like this, when they're backed up, they use a lot less power. So you don't have to worry about it. You can see it went up to 420 while it was working. But it's only 24 when it's not working. So when we have 2 of these running, we're like, oh, we are draining with this. These wind things are not producing enough. Okay, we got our smelter. Next one, also easy. Need 10 more of these. And 10 more of those. I just figured get them all out of the way. Not have to worry about it. After that, we're probably going to need a bunch more of these conveyor belts. So let's get those started too. I mean, I've got all this iron, so let's just get a ton. And we'll probably need some more sorters too. Okay, what should we grab first? I think in grabbing our coal is probably the better idea and putting it in a storage facility, which is one of these guys. Which means we need to actually grab some stone first. Okay, cool. We can do that. We can put space to jump, but we can't fly yet. Thank you for the assembler. Okay, now we're good. You can see we've unlocked a lot more buildings. We still have all the basic resources I'll need to do all these buildings. Alright, get me some... Oops, that's the power. Give me some stone and some stone. Unfortunately, I've clogged up my system, so let's just right-click on a bunch of this to undo it. That's fine. No loss. And let's get some of that. Might as well get some glass as well. Yeah. So we'll take our conveyor belt here and just out of this. And we'll just take it right there. And right now I have no really use for coal. Coal doesn't turn anything. You can see that by, well, there's nothing that requires coal, right? So we might as well just store it in a storage thing. So let's grab one of these. And then we can put this right here. These ones you have to attach to the grid. Shift doesn't help. But we can put it, I think, just right here. And let's use a conveyor bolt to just stick everything in there. And then it'll just, oh, it needs some power, so bring this over here. And there it goes. It's going to start filling up with coal. We could, if we wanted to, which we do, fill it up a lot faster by putting 3 sorters in there. Now we're just cranking through this. So we should never run out of power again, as long as we remember to come over here once in a while and grab some. We can hold 4 stacks eventually, but let's go ahead and just, I can also just grab all that too. And you can see it is outputting not quite enough for the 3, so we can X, and let's just get rid of maybe that one. And now it probably will get backed up a little bit. Yeah, that's about right. Is it starting to back up? A little bit. Not much. Okay. There we go. That will last us a long time. Cool. So let's do the same thing to iron, but we're not going to store it. Where did we say we were going to produce stuff? This whole island here. Let's take the iron, and I want to have a good line for smelting, and I want to be able to grow it. So let's initially, no, we need to craft more of these, and a few more of those, and probably some more of those. Cool. Always be crafting. Let's take it out of here. I like these grid lines. As you go like north or south on the planet, there's a few times, obviously, we're putting squares on a sphere, and so like the lines shrink. So I usually try to go east and west. You're always going to get a nice straight line when you do that. So let's bring that over here, and this one we'll just connect them. And then I'll bring out tons of iron. You can see they get built by these little drones that fly out from me. And let's create a nice line of smelters that maybe goes this direction, and then we can create like almost an infinite amount of them, and then we'll bring back the product this way. So we'll take this and just go out to there for now, but knowing that we can extend it. And let's just start with maybe 3 of these to begin with. Okay. Are we still making more conveyors? Oh, it's done making conveyors. Make more, please. It's gonna go in for another. Let's get it going for like a minute. There we go. Cool. And again, sorters to put stuff in. And then if we clicked and tell it what to make, we want it to make iron. And then we can hit less than to copy and greater than to paste. And now we just need some power. So we could probably put that right there. And we need to chain it over. Let's put it like right here. I'm going to cover as much as we can with our power grid. And it's telling us, yeah, we have no power to do all this. We need more wind power. Just need some more iron, which I'm trying to make iron. Oh, thank you for this iron that you're making super slow because you have no power. I'm going to have to make some of my own. Why can't I reach it? I'm not close enough. There we go. Okay, so yeah, make a bunch of these. Sorry, can't wait. Oh, canceled too much. Okay. And then we can just... I usually put them by the water because I'm not going to build on the water so they don't get in the way. Try and keep them as close as you can. If this is need foundation, that means it's actually literally in the water, which you can't do. Lack of item. I think we could probably fill in this area. We're not going to be building any machines there. Did I tell it to make more? Oh, it's trying. It's trying. You can always go 1 and then F4 to bring it up too. Oh, the other cool thing you can do is hover over something and shift click on it, and if you have an inventory, it says you can build another one. So there we go. Make it another one. So again, shift click. You know how long I played this game with not knowing you could shift click on buildings to copy them? Okay, so now we're a little bit better with our power. So let's bring these back to here. And we'll go ahead and just do a 1-to-1 output here. It's probably not going to be fast enough, and we're actually out of those. Don't worry, we'll be overproducing these eventually, so we'll never have to wait. We've got our iron set up. Should we do a storage? I think we should probably do storage here. So we'll go ahead and produce one of those. And once that guy's done, come on, come on. Okay, go ahead and put it right there. And we can, you know what we should do instead is bend. Bend this way, and then we can put this here. And what we can do is we can say, okay, go ahead and suck it in, but I can also have one that comes out, and so like it creates like a buffer where if there's, you know, too much in there, it'll put, or if not enough on the conveyor belt, it'll just add more, but any extras will get stored in there. We don't need to do that right now because we're producing 3 and only sucking 1 in. But that's going to give us a nice little storage of iron that we can always come and grab. And I'm actually going to now throw these, oops, in here. Oh, there we go. I can throw. They'll only automatically hold 5, you can see, but I can overload them with 20, up to 20. Cool. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about iron ever again. Let's do the same thing for copper real quick. Where's our copper? Right over here. I imagine we're going to need more power once we turn all that on, so let's get that going. And this one, trying to think where we're going to bring this. I guess we'll bring this right across the lake, it's fine. So, or we want to do that same thing where we have a crafting area. There's not a good long straightaway, maybe here. It's not a bad one. So let's bring this out, down. I think right there is good. Obviously we ran out because we weren't pre-planning ahead. You can see it's a lot quicker to craft them now because I've got the iron bars in my inventory. Doesn't have to make them. And again, I'll suck out of this one, get it onto the grid. Okay. There's our copper. I think I'll start the copper smelters right here, because then I'll take it straight out that way. Okay. We need one more. We're going to start with 3 each. Oh, what are we out of? Iron? Okay, let's get this at least going in here. Come on, drones. Tell it to make copper. Copy paste for 1 probably was slower. Then we need some power there. And we'll connect it there, it's fine. Alright, got some copper being made. I don't think we can make anything right now because we are just out of materials completely. Oh yeah, 2 stacks of iron. That's what I'm talking about. What are we out of now? Oh, the rings. Oh, yeah. We have to have base iron to make the rings. So we probably want to have another assembly line. We've actually got more iron right there. We could do that and then just not even bother with worrying about this stuff. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, let's just get a crap ton more of these. Oh, I probably want to craft these 5 at a time. That would probably help. Alright, and these are going to come back here and out this way. Come on. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Everything will be automated soon, shortly. Okay, yeah, and it's going to come out this direction. Pull them out. Oh, only have 1. And we'll do the same thing with our storage. Put it right there. Craft a few of these. Let's use the rest of the iron we have. Always need a ton of conveyor belts, especially if you spread out like this. I mean, if you try and like condense everything into one little area, it's going to be a lot quicker, less conveyors, but then you're not going to be able to have room to grow. I want a room to make this huge. Alright, so that goes right in there, this comes out here, and now we've got copper. Cool. You can also click on a conveyor belt and just suck it right out of here just by clicking, but it's much easier to grab a bunch of it. We'll go over some tips, some advanced tips in another video. Alrighty, got lots of conveyors. Let's do the magnets. So again, we're going to need 2 of those. I've got the 3 smelters. We need some more of these. And I'm probably good with conveyors for a little bit. Why is it making iron for me? I have tons of iron. Stop making iron. Yeah, just make the the circuits. Okay, let's start putting these down then. Oh, I need to make another one of those. So this one, let's go. Actually, might work perfect right there. 238. Oh yeah, I like that. 221. That'll do. Let's do this one. Go out that direction and come back. Let's do that. It's probably overkill with these conveyor belts, guys, but I just like to have room. Let's get some power over here. Stick a windmill or 2. I might as well. Do I have nothing? No more Tesla coils? Might as well share the power with everything else because these are going to need more power too. Okay. Iron, come on out. Then we'll go smelt, smelt, smelt. Please produce for me magnets. Copy, paste, paste. Test the coil. Oh, it's still can I think those can actually pass it to these buildings, right? Because they're going in these. Oh, these buildings are just barely outside, I think. I'm supposed to put one there. It's kind of a waste, but that should cover everything. We probably build too much of this. Doesn't need to go out there yet that far. We'll get there eventually, but not right now. Alright, make me magnets. And then those can come back this direction. Okay. We don't really need stone to automate most of the basic stuff. So the assemblers, if we put one of these down just to look real quick, we can move it, but this can give us our coils, our gears, and our circuit boards. So let's try and automate those 3 things. We probably also want to automate conveyor belts and sorters just because we use so many of them. We don't have to always be clogging our crafting inventory with those 2. Everything else we can just on demand. So let's go for those 5 things. If we look at these, they're going to take an assembler to make that. And then if we go back, oops. Clear this out. And if we look at conveyors, they also take. So we technically need 5 plus we need 7 assemblers. So let's make 6 more of these. And let's tell us we're out of iron. Not a problem. We're crafting it by the bajillions. Oops. Oh, we are going to need definitely more of this. You think I was out of iron? I'm not out of iron now. I think we need a couple more of those. Get rid of that one. Let's go grab some magnets real quick. That way we don't have to craft them. If you've told it to craft something before you had the item in inventory, it will still craft it. So it's not going to be like, oh, you have magnets now and you didn't before. I'll just ignore it. It's always going to just keep crafting it anyway. All right, where are we going to put our assembly line here? I want to bring everything together. So the copper's coming there, iron, the magnets coming there, iron's coming from over there. So I think right here will be a great place to put it. So yeah, let's start. If copper's coming down that way, it's plenty far. Iron's coming along this green line. You can see there's a shift. So this is north or south, that direction. So we like to build it this way. So iron will come down here. And then this iron will come up and turn. So we'll have all three things by that point. So we'll line our assemblers. Probably on this side, I'm thinking. And these will be the three basic things. I'm going to skip. I'm going to have the 2 for the conveyors and the 2 for the sorters. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that set up. We'd like to make, please, components. Let's start with those, and circuit boards. Okay, and now this one is going to make me conveyors, but conveyors require gears. Now you could just take the gears out of this one and pass it into this one, but then I like to have, extra. So I'm going to have a separate assembler producing for this, and this will just go into storage, so I have them on demand if I need them. So same thing this one. Give me a sorter, and that takes circuits, so this one can make circuits. Cool. Alright, so now we just need a ton more conveyors, and we can hook all this up. Alrighty. Let's take the magnet line. Oops, magnet line here. Put it right there. Oh, are these not coming out? I never told them to extract. You can build from pretty far away. It just means your little drones have to fly a lot further to build stuff. Okay. Got magnets coming out. Sweet. Copper line coming from here, feeding into the middle one. And we can start hooking up things while we wait for the iron. So you take iron, so we can't do you. You take copper and magnets. So here's some magnets, here's some copper. You take iron and copper, so we'll give you some copper. And we know that this line will be iron, but we're out of these. Where's my iron line? Nope, not that one. I can't see, it's too dark, and that tree's in the way. Oh, we bent it this way, didn't we? We shouldn't have done that. That's okay. If you hit X on something, it will delete it as long as there's room enough for you to grab all those items. That was actually a recent hotfix, or a recent patch, I guess. Before, you would just lose everything if you didn't have space for it. So let's again put that there. And conveyor this thing from here to oblivion. Oh no! I've got a power thing in the way. So again, where are my drones? Come back, drones! They've flown off to do something over there, and so they're not helping me over here. Move you out of the way. Crap. I need to turn this a little bit. I could have just, I guess, done that, but... Where's the actual change? That's right here. Hold on, hold on. Let's go up to this line, then over. OCD, guys. It's not good for this game. Now I can't put this anywhere because you're in the way. There we go. Alright. Come over here and build this first, because I want my iron to travel. Come on, drones. Come on. Oh, come on. Build that one. And we should be producing fast enough that this thing doesn't steal too much. I'll turn it off if we determine that we're not quite there. How's our power? Oh, power. Let's let those build while we go grab our coal. But maybe we want to conveyor the coal over here closer to our work so that we don't have to keep doing that. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, sounds good. Cool. No, this thing's like way full. That's great. But yeah, we've got enough power for a while again. I'm used to flying. I've unlocked flying. I've played this through till you're like exploring other planets, but not other stars yet. So I know a little bit, and yeah, you gain flying later. And I don't have that. Okay, so while they're doing that, let's go ahead and click a few more of these into here. Oops. We can just shift click right on one of those. And this guy needed iron, so here's your iron. This guy also needed iron. This guy needs iron. The conveyor needs iron. Everything needs iron here. We should have put the iron on the inside row. Oh well. Why does that colliding with other... Oh no. I meant to shift click and I hit X. And then this needs to come into here when we make some more of them. Okay. And we have enough conveyors to continue this. This was iron and copper. The sorter is iron. Everything takes iron. My goodness. Come on, little dronies. You can do it. Speed it up a little bit. You can see the magnets we probably way overproduced because like nothing takes magnets right now. That's fine. Iron and copper. Nope, not magnets. Let's put these up to 5 at a time. I need lots. Overkill, dude. Come on. Alright, so I think we have all the inputs connected. We just need power, obviously. And then we're probably going to need like 5 treasure chests here, storage chests. To put these in, and that way I can just grab them whenever I need them. Let's get some power. Which means we need more Tesla coil thingies. Oh, I've been crafting too much. Look, my power's out. So it's gaining power, but I'm using it as fast as it's cooking stuff. Been crafting too many things. So let's not worry about this storage. Let's get the actual power going first. I could just put these turbines here, but let's throw these along the water. Good spot for them. Cool. And now we'll stuff these like in between. This now that one reach. That one should reach everything there. And then that one might reach everything there. There they go. They're online. So we only got one of those. Let's make 4 more. Now that we have, oh, we're still sucking on the power, but we can just put these right there. No valid connection. Oh, because the drone hasn't built the thing yet. Can't connect to a ghost. Come on. Now this makes 45 per minute, and this thing can handle 0.75 trips per second. So if you take 60 times 0.75, you get 45. So it can actually handle exactly 45, which we should see if we do this. We can see the iron is not coming in fast enough, and we can fix that by just having another one of these. Probably should have built this on the iron side. That was probably a mistake. That's okay. Later on, we'll get better sorters when we get here. I just want to make sure this is always getting enough iron, that this has never stopped running. It looks like it's not running peak efficiency because we don't quite have enough power, which we can see from here. You see that we're only meeting about 75% fluctuating through there. Cool. And you can see we are using way more copper than we are producing. Oh, because we only made 2 of those. I'm going to make another one of those. But yeah, it's pulling them out. This one, are you also pulling out as much as you can? If you had enough copper, you would be. We've got that one, and that one. And there we go, guys. We have just about everything automated that we want. We're making those 2. Making all the components. We aren't touching stone yet, just because these aren't useful right now. We'll do those in a future episode. But now we're just going to come along here and just grab the stuff if we want it. I like to keep a bunch in my inventory. Oh, and we probably don't need 30 stacks of things. So let's take this down to just maybe 1 row. Let's do... Even that's probably too much. Let's go down to 5. Conveyors, on the other hand, I think 10 is probably good. These, we'll just go ahead and fill the entire storage. You can actually stack these on top of each other if 30 stacks is not enough for you, which it might not be with like our iron and our copper. Let's remedy this copper situation before we end the episode here. So we need another smelter. Is that the oil that I'm hearing or something? What am I hearing? I don't know. Something loud. Let's just allow for future expansion again. Alright, that should help with our copper. Let's go ahead and disable this guy just by taking him off. Actually, what we could do is just reverse him. And let's say we've got all this extra stuff. Let's just put it back on. Yeah. Once this starts stacking up, then we can do the buffer system again. And I'm actually, maybe just make a few more. I mean, that's why we have the room, right? That's the whole reason we made the space. Copy paste. Simple as that. Do need to give it a little bit of power. Something like that is good. Now we're doing the copper. Okay, that's what I like to see. Probably enough that we can reverse this again. Let's do our... Should we do our buffer thing? Yeah, I think we'll do the buffer thing. Put it loading behind it. And then I'll always put an extra one on. No, that's actually bad. We don't want that. I think we got plenty. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for the first episode. Maybe different than you've seen in some of the other Let's Plays. I like to, just way overkill on the production. But now I have a good starter base. I'm not going to be worrying about, having to manually craft much anymore. So I hope you like it. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you come here from previous things like Satisfactory, Space Engineers, Minecraft, any of the other series I've doing, put a comment below and let me know how long ago it was you subscribed to my channel or watched my channel last, because I've been away for almost a year and a half, maybe. Just got done with it. Making videos was a chore, but this game is a lot of fun and having a lot of fun interacting with you guys. So make sure you post comments. And I'll see you guys next episode. Catch you later. Bye.